Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for the week of February 20th. We are going to jump right in here, Taurus, and we are going to see what is going on for you at this time. This is nice. You have this wealth card showing up in your first position. So, and clearly you're focusing on wealth. Something could be coming to an end, but, I like this card. This card represents abundance as well. So there could be abundance, or it just could be a more abundant time for you right now. Could also be new love. Look, you have the Ten of Swords to the Ten of Cups. This, by the way, would represent fortune after difficulty. So if you've been going through some challenges, or just, if things just haven't been how you want them to be, just in general, look, there's clearly a new beginning coming in for you. And I think it's going to make you much more happy, much more abundant situation as well. I feel... the interesting thing here is, Taurus, as well, I feel like less chaos. Like, I feel that there's much more, it's a little bit more, like, predictable, I would say. And I'm kind of referring to your life, right? It's like maybe you haven't been sure of the direction that you want to go in life, or, I just feel like there's just been a lot of, like, unanswered questions, but these questions are, like, your questions, like, where do I want to live? What do I want to work on? It's like, those are the types of questions that I'm getting here. What type of love do I want in my life? Like, whatever you want, doesn't matter. And, I feel like there have been a lot of unanswered questions, and also uncertainty because of, like, you start working on things that you think you want, then you don't want them. And it's like, when you do that enough times, you start to think, like, I have no clue what I want. And so there's, like, a great deal of clarity is what I'm trying to spit out here. You have the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. So again, I feel like this Ten of Swords obviously is good because you have the Ten of Cups right next to it. And again, Ten of Swords just represents something being dead, done, over with, and it represents you moving on to something new. This is the After Tarot, by the way. And in the traditional tarot, this guy is making a symbol with his hands that represents, like, a blessing. So even though it represents the end, it represents, like, new blessings coming into your life. You also show up in a very strong position here as yourself, and so that's always a good thing when you show up as yourself in the reading. It says that you're present and that you're in a position of strength and power. And I also feel like you could be very focused on stability. The King of Pentacles is very stable. He's very secure, very grounded, and he really focuses on, like, what he wants. So, and he works to get it, very, like, one foot in front of the other, Taurus, right? He just kind of plods along, but he doesn't stop. So I kind of feel like you're in that zone, which is good. You also have the Six of Cups, and the Six of Cups can represent thinking about the past, but it can also represent a gift from the universe. And I always say that the gift we receive from the Six of Cups usually is forward progress, or like some sort of obstacle being removed from our path. And I definitely feel that to you, for you here. I also feel like there could be a soulmate coming in. I wouldn't, there's love here in this reading, but I just wouldn't say, is that like the major focus here? I'd say no. But I do feel if you want love, there could be love coming in for you. It could be a water sign or a fire sign, which I'm pretty sure in the last reading I did for you is like water, fire, earth. So, it could be any sign, but let's see. With the Ten of Swords, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Here you go. Definitely a solid connection coming in for you. Don't be afraid to let go of the past, is what this is saying to me here, Taurus. I feel like there could be a person coming in, but you might still be a little bit holding on to a past situation. For others, I do feel like you're already in something new, and this could be a person you have a family with in the future. So if you're like hoping to have fulfillment, like with a family or children, you have this child card at the end, then definitely possible. Even if you're not interested in love, this to me, I do feel like business partner, friendship, so something like that if you're looking for a business partner. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Two of Wands here. We see adventure here already. I'm going to go back to this view because these two cards really represent moving towards your desires. Two of Wands is about kind of needing to exceed your own expectations, because normally on the Two of Wands, the guy is standing at the top of a castle and he's like experienced everything that there is to experience. He thinks, but he has the whole world in his hands. So it really says you have to get out into the world and realize that there are people, places, and things that will blow your mind, but you have to go and look for them, right? And that's what the Knight of Wands says. With the Six of Cups, you have the Three of Swords. Again, I do feel like a little bit of back and forth energy as far as love is concerned. For most of you, I feel like you see something as dead, done, over with, but maybe you're thinking about it, or maybe it just, pops up in your brain from, every once in a while. But it's like you're kind of like healing through this situation. So it just seems to me like one of those things. It's like a process, and I feel you're just healing from it in general. And the reason I'm not really that worried about it is because of this. You go to the Fool, which says, you're more focused on a new beginning in the first place. So if you did go through a separation or a breakup, I think you're kind of moving on from it. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this Shining Through card. And this card is a card of abundance, but I also, I don't feel like there's anything totally unexpected coming in for you as usual. Again, I'm just going to tell you right now, Taurus, that I think for you Earth signs, for the most part, there's really just nothing, there isn't that much of an unexpected energy for you in the first place for a little bit of time, even though you have Uranus in your sign, in Taurus. It doesn't matter. I think there's just, it is what it is. There's nothing unexpected. But what I do think it may be a little bit unexpected is this right here. Ten of Cups, Knight of Wands, and the King of Cups. I feel there could be a person where it's like, I feel that they kind of develop over time with you. Didn't I think a while ago, I did a reading for you where I was saying it's almost like there's an onion person. I call it an onion person, where it's like they have a bunch of layers, but it's like you don't discover these layers right away. Even if you look at this flower on this card, there's a bunch of layers before you get to the center there, which is shining through. And it's not, I don't think this person is mysterious necessarily, or I don't think they hold back or any of that stuff. I feel they just are they just are who they are. And I feel like they have a lot of layers, a lot of depth, right, with the King of Cups. So if you're attracting love, it doesn't even matter what sign it is. I feel like they have great depth with the King of Cups, and it's something that you develop over time. And again, gender doesn't matter, whatever gender you're attracted to. But again, it's something you are going to discover over time. I feel like you're attracted to this person right away, Knight of Wands. Right? So it's you're attracted to this person, you're ready to go on the adventure, but I think it's kind of a little extra bonus that they have so much depth, and maybe you just didn't see it at first, and it feels good to me. So I'd say go for it. I also feel that this type of energy is going to benefit you greatly for the rest of your life. Knight of Wands energy. He kind of sets out on whatever you want to accomplish in life, right? He has the vision. He sees the big picture of what he wants to accomplish, but he doesn't necessarily care how he accomplishes it. He starts the adventure. If he needs to make changes, he makes changes. What most people do is they start doing something, it doesn't work, and they quit. So I feel like the Knight of Wands is kind of a little bit saying whatever you're working towards, don't give up. Maybe the way you're doing it isn't going to work, or maybe there are little tiny things that come up over time that don't work, but keep pushing. This to me is saying keep pushing forward, you'll be fine. You also have the Ten of Cups as well. And the Ten of Cups is fortune after difficulty, happiness, good things coming in for you after a difficult period of time. So I really definitely like to see that Ten of Cups. Again, some of you could be meeting a person that you have a family with as well. So really good. With the Ten of Cups, you have the Ten of Swords. I knew those two were connected. I feel like you have to let go of the past for sure. Like a past person, now I have the hiccups, but a past person, I feel like it needs to be released so that you can move forward. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Strength card. Could be a Leo. I think you always get Leo, but, take how it resonates. Could be anything. It is also a card of patience. So, like I was saying with that Knight of Wands, it's if one way doesn't work to do something, try something else or do something different with this Strength energy. With the King of Cups, you have the Five of Cups. I feel like you need to prepare to be excited. And again, stop focusing on the past. On the traditional Five of Cups, he's focusing on him losing something that he once enjoyed, but if he turns around, he would see something better. For some of you, I'm wondering if this is this person as well. It's kind of weird because I'm wondering if you could be attracted. See how on this one, this is the after tarot, and it's this guy's kind of a little bit disappointed. I kind of get this energy of this might only be for some of you, where you could be attracting a person where you're how the hell is this person single? And I just get the feeling that they get disappointed or have been disappointed the past few relationships. So this person might be the person that needs to turn around. I do feel if you enter into their life, they will open up, right? But it's right now, maybe you are attracted to a person who doesn't see you is kind of what I'm getting on that King of Cups. I mean, you could be a secret admirer as well. I guess that's why those words could be popping into my head. But it's someone needs to open up here in this situation. I don't know. Let's keep going and let's see. Next in the area, what are we doing? The critical information you need to hear right now. You have this Wombat spirit, says be at home. So I do feel like some of you could be working from home. Yeah, and I wanted to see what the next card was. You have this Electric Eel spirit, which is my favorite card in this deck. It says bring your ideas to life. So For a lot of you, I feel you could be working at home on like personal projects, side hustles, and you have the Eight of Pentacles, which really is quite amazing for working on anything. Eight of Pentacles is kind of my card of material success on the horizon. It says whatever you're working on in your life will be successful, but it's a card of quality work. And it's also a card of mastering a craft. He's really been putting in the work to master his craft. You can see this almost looks like the Three of Pentacles right here, or like kind of that, on the Three of Pentacles, it kind of looks like that top part, right? And so Three of Pentacles is a card of quality work. And I feel for a lot of you, it's like you're getting to this place where you're starting, if you're working on a side hustle, side business, whatever, I feel like you're getting to this place where you're producing quality work. People are going to want to see it or buy it or whatever. And so keep doing whatever you're doing. I feel there's a lot of success with this Eight of Pentacles. You also have the Fool card. The Fool to me is talking about a new beginning for you. I feel a lot of happiness around a new beginning for you. It's like, and by the way, the dog here represents loyalty. So if you're attracting love, I feel like you're attracting someone who's like super loyal, really just a good person with that King of Cups. But again, they could be just in a place of disappointment in relationships. I am hearing like the word disillusionment as well. So they might be in a place where they think there just are no good relationships or whatever. It could be you. Take it how it resonates. And whatever this is much better. I feel like what you're fearing is falling off a cliff, right? But the secret with the Fool is he's actually over-prepared. He has that tiny little sack on his back, and it says that he has more than enough information to be successful at what he's about to do. But, because he has, it's all right here, right between his two ears. So, trust yourself at this time. You also have the Three of Wands. You have that Be at Home card. Three of Wands would be leaving home. Three of Wands says, get out of the house, go do something, go have an adventure. I feel like you're very, very close to having an adventure. I feel like you're very, very close to, going out, exploring, enjoying yourself and all that other stuff. So I would definitely, I think for some of you, what you could be doing is it's like you're creating that foundation at home. So some of you, maybe you're working from home so that you can have money so that you can go out. And I see this as more of a foundational energy, if that makes sense. I also do feel that you could be attracting a little bit of a homebody, like a person who likes to be home, a person who doesn't really, I think they just want to be home. I don't know. It just kind of gives me that vibe of that could be the type of person you're attracting. But it could also be like a long distance situation. So maybe someone has to travel or will have to travel. Let's see what's going on here. With the Fool, you have the Ace of Cups. Yes, I knew that this was kind of going in this direction of love. If you don't want love as well, even if you do, I feel that a lot of you, this is what you should be focusing on. Ace of Cups is anything in life that causes our energy to overflow. Anything in life that motivates us, anything in life that we want to do. So as long as you're doing more of those things in life, I feel like you will be finding much more success. So, doing things that fulfill you, more of those things would be a good idea. With the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Cups. Again, yes, fortune after difficulty, happiness, this going this direction, total fulfillment. With the Nine of Cups, like a wish coming in for you here. And with the Three of Wands, you have the Page of Swords. Yes, someone is spying on someone here. I think one of the water signs, it might have been Cancer, had something about this. So it might be a Cancer. It could be any sign, like I said, but it's like Three of Wands. It's like someone is waiting to, it might have been Scorpio actually. So it could be a Scorpio, but again, take it how it resonates. It could be any sign. Either you have your eye on someone or they have their eye on you. It's like someone needs to open up here. It could be someone you work with, and that could be part of the problem is maybe, if there are rules against like dating people you work with or whatever, that might be part of the problem. I also feel for others like distance is the problem. Could also be children. It's like maybe they have a child or you have a child and you're not sure or they're not sure how you will feel or whatever. That's coming up in the good stuff. So I would say it would be a good thing, not a bad thing. So again, I would say let those fears go as well. I also feel something about just like, needing to go on the adventure, right? Knight of Wands, Three of Wands, Five of Wands. These are all cards of adventuring. These are all cards of like needing to be spontaneous, which we kind of talked about as well. Next, in the area of the good stuff, no matter what shows up here, it's going to be positive. You have this child card. Some of you could be having a child and all that other stuff. So there you go. That's nice. For others, if you're not having a child, this could be happiness. The child card can just represent your inner child, like doing things that make you happy, doing things that fulfill you, and we kind of already talked about that. You have the Five of Wands, the Five of Swords. and the Nine of Cups. Again, this is the good stuff, so it doesn't matter that the Five of Swords is showing up here. I would say that you're winning in life. I feel like in business, you really have an opportunity, especially with the Five of Wands as well. I think you have the opportunity to really set yourself apart. I think you have the opportunity to really kind of make yourself unique and make yourself stand out, right? And I would be taking advantage of that. I talk about this a lot because we have Pluto and Aquarius. If there was ever a time where you should be doing something that is unique, that is different, it would be right now. Yes, Pluto and Aquarius is the collective, but that does not mean that you should be like everyone else, right? So it says, don't be afraid to, march to the beat of your own drummer, right? Don't be afraid to, put your own unique ideas out into the world. Five of Swords says take the risk, and especially in the good stuff, taking risks is going to be rewarded with that Five of Swords. You have this Five of Wands here, and again, Five of Wands can be conflict and competition. I do feel, since it's in the good stuff, you could be overcoming some sort of conflict or competition with this card. It's also my adventure card. I call this card Indiana Jones because to me, this card, it really represents going on an adventure, which could be a crazy adventure, right? Indiana Jones, if you haven't seen the movies, he has to go through like some crazy temples, like full of snakes and stuff to get like some treasure. So he's like a treasure hunter. And I feel like some of you, it's like you've been looking for treasure. Maybe that's been your love story. Maybe you've been going through a lot of snakes and now you're about to find your treasure. So don't give up now is what I feel like this is saying. You have the Nine of Cups. Again, this to me is this card comes up all the time nowadays, and it's exactly what I would be focusing on, is like focusing on fulfillment. The Nine of Cups says you have to match an energy if you want something. So it says go be in the energy of love, go be in the energy of abundance and happiness and joy and like all those other things, because if we bathe in the energy of what we want, then we can become very successful, and that's what I'd be doing here with that Nine of Cups. But let's see what we get with the Five of Wands. You have the Four of Wands. Are you kidding me? Exactly what I said. If you're looking for someone to marry, then this person, clearly, right here, going here, you in this diagonal, you have the King of Cups. It's like this could be the person you marry, and you have you could have children with this person. Two cards of family. Obviously, that's only for those of you that can have children and that want to have children. If you just want to be set free, maybe you don't want love. The Four of Wands, a card of completing something and setting yourself free. But I really do feel some of you could be finding like a hidden gem. And again, I feel like you're saying to yourself, like, how is this person single? I think they're single because everybody thinks, how is this person single? It's almost like, I'm not saying you're attracting someone who's like, so God's gift to earth, right? That's not what I'm suggesting here. But I am suggesting it's a really good person and everybody leaves them because they don't think it's possible that someone like that could exist. It's like you could be attracting a real one here. So, I would go for it. Five of Swords, take the risk. You have the Fool here. Take the risk. You have the Fool twice in your reading. Fool says take the leap of faith. You're over prepared. And look, it's a dog. Again, dogs in the tarot represent companionship and like a true companion. So I would go for it. You also have the Nine of Cups. Are you kidding me? You have the King of Cups. This is the White Sage Tarot, by the way. People keep asking about this deck. And here you go. King of Cups. Someone with great depth. Someone who's going to provide total fulfillment. And again, it doesn't matter what gender. I'm not even picking up on a sign. Again, I would say water, earth, or fire really stand out to me. King of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, and the King of Cups, obviously, here. But no real sign really stands out to me. You do have the King and Queen of Pentacles. So again, even if you're attracted to the same gender, it doesn't matter. That could be divine counterparts. And again, those two together are probably my favorite because they stay together. They represent permanence. And so it could be a permanent connection here, Taurus. Looks amazing. We're going to pull 5 main themes now. And we're going to see, I would be careful of getting pregnant. That's the only thing I will say. You have this lobster card. It says financial pinch. I feel like you've been in a financial pinch. You end with this coins card, which is about money flowing to you. Wouldn't even worry about this, but I would say that if you are in a financial pinch, I would be taking some bigger risk. I've been saying this for like 2-3 years now, that we are in a time where squeaky wheel gets the grease. You're not going to just make money. Your boss isn't just going to come to you and give you a raise. I've been saying this for years, longer than 3 years, because of the astrology. You have to go ask. You have to put in the energy, right? You have this jug card. It says lighthearted, carefree time. A lot of this childlike energy in your reading. Fool twice, which is like wisdom, which is like folly, playfulness. The child card. You have the Six of Cups as well. So anything you can do to release your inner child, to have more fun in life, would be a good idea with this card. You have the stork card, news of a birth or a new business opportunity. Could be a new business, but again, if you're not trying to get pregnant, I would definitely be careful of this card, or just with this reading. And even if you do get pregnant, I mean, I don't know, 10 of Cups twice, it might just work out for you here, Taurus. So maybe it's not that big of a deal, but other than that, I feel like there could be like new opportunity for you here. You have this hammock card. It says taking a vacation physically or mentally. So some of you probably need a vacation. We saw some travel here, 3 of Wands. So if you need a break, I would take a break. You also have this coins card. It says money will be coming to you. Definitely, in the whole entire reading, there was a lot here that would suggest improvements in your finances. 10 of Cups to the 8 of Pentacles to the 9 of Cups. That's like total financial fulfillment. So I'm not saying these things are going to happen overnight, but it looks to me like you're building towards a much more financially bright future. So love it. And you start off with that wealth card as well. So clearly wealth. Love it. Thank you for being here, Taurus. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.